words on Rolaskatox.
Last words on Rolaskatox. It wasn't a thing at the beginning. It wasn't a thing on All Stars for sure.
Right.
Even though it seemed that way, it was never a click. It was never that way. You know, honestly, she just, like, especially the episode I sent Alyssa home, the critiques were better. And of course, I did not want to, like, it was a hard place to be put in. I did not want to send one of my dearest friends home. And granted, Alaska should have sent her home the day she, you know, when she.
Yeah.
So I should never have even had to be put in that position.
You're like, blame Alaska.
So I always blame Alaska.
Take responsibility, Detox. You made a decision.
Now you've had front row seats for the Tantrum third round world.
Yes.
Can we please take us back there and give us the tea on all of that? What we did not see, what we did see, and how it was portrayed on television.
I mean, it was portrayed accurately. It really was. And there was actually more to it. It was like, it went on and on and on. The tantrum.
How long do you think it went on for?
It seemed like forever. And that's why, like, when it's happening and you can see Roxy helping me change and everything in the back, I'm just like, like, why are we doing this? And especially because, like, but that's the thing is I've worked with Alaska for a long time and I've been on tour with her and I've seen these tantrums before. So it's nothing like that, like extreme, but also very, like, you know, extreme for certain situations. And
I seem to remember her throwing a tantrum when she lost.
She did throw a tantrum when she lost.
I remember hearing that story from Jinx Monsoon.
She did throw a huge tantrum when she lost. So I wasn't like, everyone else was gagged by it. I was like, oh, finally, here we go. We're seeing this. But to also, like, it be her first time in the bottom, and she'd been killing the competition, and to react that way, I was like, you know, part of me was wanting to send her home. But at the same time, I was like, oh, the fans will hate me if I send her home.
Yeah.
And then it turned out the fans wanted me to send her home.
Oh my God.
And then I probably would have won.
Right, that's probably true.
So, you know, do I kick myself in the ass every day for sending her, you know, not sending her home? No, I should have.
Right.
But I also didn't want to do that because she was killing it. You know what I mean? It wasn't about our friendship. She was murdering the competition.
Yeah.
She was doing so amazing. And to have just one, like, flub, and granted she acted like an asshole and acted like a child, we're allowed to do that. It's a high-stress environment. It's a crazy situation to be thrown in.
Now, you guys on that All-Star season was the first time everybody was really coming back with the social media insanity as of before, whereas everyone had to be afraid of what the fans might say or do if you did something wrong. Tell me about that environment, because it was definitely pervasive through that season.
Yeah, and you could tell, like, that there were people who were acting that way, like, oh, I can't do this, I have to act this way because of how I'm going to be portrayed, how social media is going to react. And that, I mean, that's even more exhausting than the already exhausting task to be put into that competitive competition and that environment. So,
because that's the scarier thing.
That's the scary thing, and that's honestly what a lot of the new girls. I watch the episodes from, like, the new seasons, and I see how calculating they have to be. They don't have to be that way. I would actually prefer them to be completely genuine and honest and not have to worry about how they're going to be portrayed, because it honestly takes them out of the competition. Yeah. For me, it's like when it's so calculated, like, focus on the task at hand and focus on portraying who you are, because that's who you want people to fall in love with. Yeah. And that's why when people act this way and then people meet them in person, they're like, oh wow, you're a
I have to call bull on all this conversation.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Vicky, back to you. We want to check in with Vicky. What's going on outside with Vicky?
Thank you very much, Johnny. Down here,
somebody gets a wind machine. Somebody gets a wind machine.
I just need to tell you that I've spoken to some people and I have an update.
Okay, thank you. What is it, Vicky?
It's bullshit.
Okay.
Listen, it's a TV show.
Right.
We watching TV. I don't want to know how you really feel. I want you to it up. I want you to get messy. I want you to New York. What's the name? New York. From Love It. From
Tiffany Palmer.
I want you to be a messy bitch. I know that it's a competition, but let's be real. Nothing about this is drag. This is a TV show where you have to sew shit, glue shit, butt shit, sing shit.
Oh, they haven't had to do that in a long time.
Well, I wouldn't know because I've never been on it.
That's true.
So I don't know how it really goes. I just know what I'm watching, and I want to be entertained. I want Alaska to break down. I want Roxy to be pissed off and send home. I want this person to come back. I want Alyssa Edwards to drop her jaw 3 times. I want it to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Girl, ain't nobody want to see you being serious.
That's what I mean. It's like, why fake why pretend and why go in there with a notion and an initiative to be like, well, I have to be this calculated.
I'll tell you why.
No, well, hold on, let me finish.
Because
you
the
have to
producers
be,
lied to him.
Shut the fuck up. You have to be, when you're constantly thinking and acting, you're not going to be able to have those moments when you're always like,
you know what,
well, the fans want to see this. These people have to see it this way.
First of all,
I have to come across this way.
if you're doing anything for the fans, you ain't doing it right.
Right, because the fans, I mean, just be yourself. That's what I'm saying.
But some people don't know who they are.
Right.
And they were cast as a mess.
Which is why they need to be getting the axe.
You know what? This is what I would do. If I was on the show, if I had my own show, I would walk in and say, you know what?
I think you do right now.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm gladly giving it over.
And be like, my 39 contestants, everybody's going home.
Vicky and I were talking about...
We're going to have one episode show. Everybody's going home because you ain't going to win.
What I really wanted from All Stars 3 is to have Vicky be the 10th contestant and walk in just like this.
Because they should have stars.
Right. She was, and then she goes, where are the stars? And then just walks, and then takes her suitcase and walks all the way out the pink door. So she shows into that little entrance. Hey, y'all, how you doing? It's me, Vicky Vance. Y'all may not know me, but I know the fuck you. Where are the stars? I gotta go.
But it says all stars.
So maybe not even audition for season 11, but just go. But wait till they call you for All Star season 4.
You know, I get so much for auditioning, not auditioning. You know what? I'm gonna fart in the bucket and send it in.